Wang Teng stated that because their teammate was no longer in his senses, he had to be killed. One of their teammates stepped up to finish the job. Wang Teng saw some black and sunny attribute bubbles. He knew that if he picked them up, he would become a dark species, but he still did it. He got dark talent and the dark force, but couldn't seem to understand them because they were different from all previous forces. While he was doing this, a zombie tried to sneak up on him, but he sent that zombie flying with a single punch. One of the other team members smashed the head of a zombie with a bat. Wang Teng asked Luo Ya if she knew what the dark species was, but she refrained from telling him at first. Then she told him that they didn't know very much about the dark species, but they might know some inside stories after returning to the city and reporting to the military. Wang Teng asked if she was talking about their army on the mainland of Xinwu or his military on Earth. She said that both had to be notified because a decree was promulgated more than 20 years ago that once a dark species appeared, the military departments of both parties must be notified immediately. Wang Teng came to the conclusion that the military hated to pay attention to dark species. Luo Ya stated that the dark species existed before, but in recent years, dark species had appeared more and more frequently. She said that if they didn't report to the military, they would come to them. Wang Teng then went to the North Yuncheng district, Earthstar Military Department. He was stopped by security who asked for his identity. After his identity was verified, a soldier asked him what had happened. He told him he had encountered the dark species. The soldier was shocked and told Wang Teng to follow him. Wang Teng was taken to the manager's room. The manager asked him if what he was saying was true. Wang Teng confirmed that he had met the dark species in the dark mist forest with another team of alien warriors. He had also brought a piece of flesh from the dark species as proof. The manager froze and asked if his name was Wang Teng because he had heard from Lao Fu that there was a genius in the East China Sea who won the martial arts examination this year. Wang Teng was surprised that he knew Lao Fu and asked if he was from Donghai also. The manager confirmed and said that Lao Fu was very optimistic about him. Wang Teng then asked him what exactly the dark species were. The manager asked him if he knew about the expansion of the martial arts examination this year and said it was because they were dealing with the dark species. They had sacrificed a lot of warriors for this, so they increased their recruitment. Wang Teng asked why they were going through such efforts, even though it was a matter of a foreign country. The manager told him that the reason for this was because Earth and the other planets were not safe and would suffer from it sooner or later if necessary measures were not taken. The manager reassured Wang Teng that he didn't need to worry because martial arts students didn't have to go to the front line for actual combat. Wang Teng asked what the front line was like, and the manager told him he would see it when he went to college. He also said that what he met at that time was only the lowest level of the dark species, and that the higher level dark species were truly terrifying existences. Wang Teng asked where the dark species came from, and the manager replied that they came from the abyss. A few days later, Wang Teng was in the city, happy because he had made a fortune by selling the materials of the star beasts that were hunted in the foreign country. He wanted to go home to see his parents. All of a sudden, he heard screams and rushed to check on his parents. He saw his aunt talking with some ladies about the disappearance of the Wang Fujui family because he had killed someone before, and his sons became warriors and came back to take revenge. He asked his aunt what had happened. His aunt was happy to see him and told him that she had seen it herself. Wang Teng thought something had happened to his house. His aunt told him to go home and have a look because his house was close to their house. Wang Teng then left. There, the man who had killed the Wang family was holding a little girl and was about to kill her. Wang Teng's mom stepped in to stop him. She pleaded with him to spare the child. She tried to comfort the crying child. The man threatened her. She told him that no matter how great his hatred was, it should not involve a child. The man, not wanting to do so, told her what had happened to his parents. He told her to get out of his way. But Wang Teng's mom, not wanting to let a child die, refused. The man threatened her that he would kill her. He again told her to step aside, but she refused, so he attacked her. But Wang Teng, who was seeing this, came to his mother's aid and cut off the man's arm. Wang Teng warned the man of ever attacking his mother again. Wang Teng told him to come to him if he wanted revenge. The man, who stated his name was Yan Qing, promised that he would take revenge on him and left. Wang Teng's mother got worried because of the possibility he actually came to take revenge. But Wang Teng reassured her that he could deal with him. The police then came to investigate the scene. Wang Teng spotted Captain Chai and greeted him. They discussed the situation. Wang Teng's mother asked Captain Chai if she could let the girl stay with her because she had lost her parents. Captain Chai agreed. Wang Teng asked his mother what she planned on doing. His mother didn't want to give Dodu to her relatives because they were not good people. Wang Teng suggested they keep Dodu as he could protect her. He also told his mom that he would be moving to the Wujie family area, so they would go to see the house when his dad came back. Wang Teng's mom decided to listen to him. When they went to see the house, his father was happy with his son's financial power. Dodu was uncomfortable going into the house because she wanted to go home to her parents. Wang Teng's mom tried to comfort her by telling her that she would have to stay with her for a month because her parents had gone far away. She then hugged her and told her that her parents loved her the most. He asked her husband about adopting Dudu because of her unreliable relatives. Her husband thought it was a great idea and told her to let Dudu live there first, and then they would decide. 3 days later, Wang Teng's grandfather welcomed everyone for attending his grandson's promotion party. They were surprised to see that a man had arrived at the party with a huge gift. The man's name was Zhu Wu. He displayed a hologram projection of Ren Jianping. Wang Zhaoxiong was surprised to see this and questioned whether he was dead, but Ren Jianping had actually survived. Ren Jianping stated that his family was stronger than the Wang family, and that was the reason he had come back for revenge. He told him that he had kidnapped his son last time, and that he would take his royal family to be buried with him before he died. He ordered Wu to give them the gift. The guards tried to stop him, but he defeated them all with ease. He threw the bell at Wang Teng's grandfather. Wang Teng jumped in to save him. He kicked the bell and then punched it toward Wu. Wu was surprised because his data said Wang Teng was a 1-star warrior. Wu managed to catch the bell. Wang Teng jumped on top of the bell. Wu thought Wang Teng was an idiot for thinking he could face him because he was a soldier warrior with great strength. Wang Teng tapped the bell with his foot, and suddenly the bell became heavier. Wu was shocked by Wang Teng's strength, and in the end he was crushed by Wang Teng. After all this was over, Wang Teng's uncle told his father that he had a good son. He commended his parents on his son's promising potential. Wang Teng's grandfather was also impressed and told his son to take care of Wang Teng because, with the help of Wang Teng, it might be possible for the Wang family to prosper and reach unprecedented heights. He then became serious and told them that the most important thing for them was Ren Jianping's threat. Wang Teng told his grandfather not to worry as he could deal with the problem. Wang Teng's grandfather was delighted to hear this. Wang Teng asked his grandfather what was going on between him and Ren Jianping. He told him that decades ago he and Ren Jianping used to be friends in the same village. They both came out together to make a difference. The problem started when the two fell in love with the same girl, but unfortunately for Ren Jianping, she chose him, so Ren Jianping turned against him and developed hatred towards him. Later, Ren Jianping wanted to kill him, but accidentally leaked the news ahead of time. So he decided to strike first. He didn't expect him to die as a result. Wang Teng was amazed by the story and felt more admiration towards his grandfather. We then saw that Wu was tied in another room. It turned out he was still alive. Wang Teng told him that if he answered his questions, he would let him go. He asked him if he would really let him go. Wang Teng, with a menacing look in his eye, told him that he didn't have a choice. Wu reluctantly agreed. Wang Teng then asked him about Ren Jianping's background, and he told him that he was just an ordinary person, but his grandson Ren Qingchang was a martial arts genius. Everyone was shocked to hear this. He then said that Thunder Martial Arts directly gave Ren Qingchang an SS-level contract, and he was accepted by the chief gymnast as the second son of Lai Chuan. Now that he was a 6-star soldier-level warrior, the Ren family had also ascended to heaven because of that. Everyone panicked when they heard this. Wang Teng's grandfather realized the reason Ren Qingchang said that there was a unicorn in their family. He then asked Wang Teng if he was sure. He replied that he may have signed an SS-level contract, but he had signed an SSS-level contract. His reply surprised everyone. He told his grandfather that if he got enough time, he would not be weaker than him. His grandfather then told him that it was good if he had the heart to sell, but before the end of his strength, he should fight hard first and shouldn't confront Ren Qingchang. He agreed. His grandfather asked what he planned on doing with Wu. He let him go as he promised, but he didn't spare his life. Wu had boarded a plane and was thinking about what he was going to do when he returned to Xiadu, when all of a sudden he was killed by Wang Teng using spiritual powers to control the silver needle to attach to him and then piercing his heart. He then went home because he had to pack his things to get ready for college. The next day he arrived at college. There, a staff member briefed everyone about the college. The college's martial arts professional dormitory was divided into 4 areas, A, B, C, and D. District D was generally occupied by freshmen. It had a total room count of 300. The rooms were all quadruple rooms, which could accommodate up to 1,200 people. Those who had reached the first Star Trooper level could stay in Area C. The rooms in Area C were single rooms and could accommodate up to 300 people. 2-star and 3-star fighters could stay in District B with better facilities than the previous rooms. There were 200 rooms in total in District B. Last, but certainly not least, District A had the best accommodation environment where the top 100 warriors in the school lived. After the briefing, the staff member started to help everyone find their dormitory. Wang Teng asked her for help, and she told him that he was in room 1 at District C. Everyone there was shocked to hear this, as there had never been a freshman who had lived in room 1 at District C. The staff member told Wang Teng that the strongest member of the group lived in room 1. And because he was a freshman who had reached that position right after entering school, he would most likely become a target of public criticism, so he should be careful. He wasn't fazed by that, as he was a 3-star warrior, and told her that they should just have a competition to let everyone understand that he was qualified to live in room 1. Because of his bold statement, everyone thought that he was arrogant. The next day, everyone gathered on the football field. Then a heavy voice shouted, "Silence!" and everyone was quiet. The voice was of the chief dean of the martial arts academy. He introduced himself as Peng Yuan Shan. He was disappointed by the students because a lot of them were late. He said that the bounden duty of a soldier was to obey orders, and when they entered the academy, they must obey the rules. He ordered the students who were late to run 20 laps around the playground. He then continued his speech, emphasizing that they were there to enjoy the privileges of the military academy, not to seek a comfortable life. He asserted that they were the warriors of the future and bore a heavy responsibility on their shoulders. He predicted that one day they would realize the world's need for warriors, placing them at the forefront with their families supporting them from behind. He likened their role not to that of a strong man carrying the weight of the sun and moon, but to that of a burden bearer carrying the weight of all living beings. At the end, he announced that that year, one of them had been honored as a freshman. He mentioned that the Donghai Wukao champion had successfully passed the martial arts examination with the strength of a warrior, joined the school, and was awarded the rank of soldier level. There was curiosity among the crowd about how a freshman without any military achievements could attain such a title. He assured them, stating that he understood their dissatisfaction, but emphasized that Wang Teng was indeed very special, and if they didn't believe him, he could give everyone a meeting with Wang Teng, and whoever defeated him could take his rank. Upon hearing this, Wang Teng became extremely nervous because he knew if he were given a title in front of everyone, he would be bullied by his seniors. The dean then called him to the rostrum to personally give him the title. When he arrived at the rostrum, the dean asked him if he was feeling confused, but he told him that he was fine when deep inside he was cursing him because of the situation he had been put in. The dean told Wang Teng that it had been a long time since the last freshman was awarded a title. He was glad to have another student like that. As his journey had just begun, he hoped Wang Teng could add more honors to his body when he graduated. He hoped to see the day he could see him put on the throne. All of the students wondered what made Wang Teng so special that the dean had placed such high hopes on him. Wang Teng had doubts. The dean told him that if he had any questions, he could ask him. He said that if others had the ability to challenge him, as long as they were at the same level as him, could he also challenge others and seize their military ranks? The dean, acknowledging his brilliant move, said that the military ranks were obtained through military merit, so he couldn't just take it from someone. Wang Teng questioned how that was fair for him, as he would lose his rank if he lost, but not be able to gain anything in return if he won. The dean, with no other choice, asked what he wanted. He said that if he wanted to challenge him in return, he wanted an equivalent reward like credits. The dean was intrigued by Wang Teng's ability to negotiate, because of which he agreed but limited the credits he would be getting to 100, and after that he excused everyone. The next day, Wang Teng was walking when he was approached by a student who wanted him to come with him to the playground to prepare for the sorting ceremony. He asked why he was calling him and replied that he was a celebrity. Even his roommates admired him. The student then asked him if he had read the introduction of the 5 colleges. He hadn't. The first college was the War College, which focused on cultivating students' combat ability, which would be the main combat force on the battlefield in the future, and had the highest mortality rate, so it was necessary to be prepared for death. The second college was the Forging College, which taught forging technologies to create weapons suitable for warriors. The third college was the Alchemy College, which cultivated talented alchemists and provided warriors with elixirs for cultivation and healing. The fourth college was the Rune College, which provided an all-encompassing, in-depth, profound study of runes. The fifth college was the Commander College, responsible for training tactical command personnel. Wang Teng wanted to join all of them to get attributes. The day of selecting a college finally came. The dean was pleased that everyone was there on time. Then the deans of the 5 colleges introduced themselves and told everyone what benefits they would be getting if they joined their respective colleges. The first dean to do so was the dean of the War College, Tong Hu, who told everyone that if they joined his college, they would become the strongest. The second was the dean of the Commander College, Su Jing, who mocked Hu because he thought the mind was just as important as raw strength, and that the person who knew how to use his brain was the strong one in reality. Then the dean of the Forging College came and introduced himself as Amu Chang Song, and told everyone that forging was an art of stone and required talent. He welcomed students to enroll in his college. After that, Kui Hung, the dean of Alchemy College, introduced himself and told everyone about the benefits of joining his college. He and Chang Song didn't seem to get along. At last, the dean of the Rune College, Situ Juin, introduced herself and told everyone if they were interested in runes, they should join her college. Wang Teng was confused about which college to join.